wild, wild. Wicked wild, wicked wild, wicked wild, wild west. Jim West, Desperado.
Episode 61.
Oh my god, it's time.
Holy fucking shit.
Swastika City, dude.
Yeah. Take it back, dude.
I gotta take back my Call of Duty hatred. There were many swastikas.
There was ample swastikas. You felt comfortable?
There was a sufficient amount of swastikas, and so far I've only seen white guy soldiers.
Really?
Which is perfectly appropriate.
You've been scanning the ranks?
I've been looking at every soldier. I check his fucking
It's like
his dog tags.
It's like Mulan. You have like a disguised woman amongst the ranks, dude.
Maybe.
You got to find her.
There might be some broads in there. I'm gonna fuck them up. No, I think you run into those characters in the multiplayer. Like I think you can design your own fucking guy.
Oh, so that's
like,
why.
If you were a black woman playing, you could make your character a black woman.
Okay, that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense.
But there was definitely people on the multiplayer being like, "What the fuck?"
But even then, I'd still be like, "Get out of here with that."
Well, you took it back, dude.
Say, shouldn't you be playing 2K?
Wow.
Woo!
Wow, dude.
Let's go, dude.
New year, new you.
New me.
What's your resolutions?
Keep being racist. No, my New Year's resolution is to not say FAG, dude.
Really?
I'm gonna not say it.
Nice.
Yeah. How about you?
What are you gonna do each time you do, if you do say it?
I'm gonna go back to saying it.
This
The first time I say it.
My New Year's resolution is to learn how to dance and not be a wallflower.
Really?
Yeah.
That's gay. You shouldn't do that.
I'm such a wallflower, dude.
Stop
It's
saying
called
wallflower.
causing a rift.
It's called being a man, dude.
No, dude. Oh, well, yeah, you would think so, but I went to a Friday night.
All you have to do is lean back.
Dude, I tried to just post up on
Just
the
do
wall.
the rock away.
Well, I'll go out with like Brittany has different groups of friends, and there's some of them I just I see and I don't really talk to. So I will say hi to I'll be in a bar that's so loud I can't talk to anyone. So I'm like, I'll just stand by myself and chill. And apparently it causes alarm. They're like, is he okay?
If you don't drink, which you don't really.
Yeah, it freaks people out.
If you're just fucking. Yeah, I can see that.
It freaks people out, and it's like, dude, I don't want to drink.
Yeah.
So now I have to pretty much just get a drink and nurse it just to be cool.
Yeah.
And then just bust a move and not be a wallflower, dude.
You gotta bust some moves.
I know.
Well, if you're not drinking, there's no chance I'd dance.
I can't move my body. If I don't have alcohol in my body.
Sober, trying to fucking dance.
Dude, I was in like a salsa club in Kensington somehow. I don't know how the fuck we ended up in this place.
Yeah.
But this place was actually pretty sick. But they had, the DJ, dude, was so fucking funny, dude. It was just a guy in the back. I didn't know Puerto Ricans listen to 80s music.
Really?
I walked into like a Puerto Rican bar and it was all 80s music.
Well, I love Scarface.
Yeah, I guess so.
They love that Miami
But
voice.
it was like 80s music beats, but Spanish. And then people all knew the words who were younger. So I'm like, do Puerto Ricans just record 80s music now?
Maybe.
It was really bizarre, dude. I've never seen anything like it.
What do you think the Puerto Ricans are up to, dude?
Recording 80s techno, dude, apparently. And I'm in there. I'm supposed to dance to Puerto Rican 80s techno. And I'm not drinking. I'm in front of all these people I don't know. And then I couldn't do it, dude.
You couldn't figure it out.
I couldn't get it. As soon as if I'm not
movement.
drinking and I move my body in a dancing way, in my head it's just like, you're fucking gay, dude. You're fucking white. You shouldn't do this. I instantly get like, I have like an SJW in my head who's like, you really shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, dancing sucks.
I like it. If I get drunk, it's the
If I
funnest
get
thing in
drunk,
the world.
it's fun to just dick around. But like, there was some dancing after the comedy show I did at McGoobies.
Yeah.
And it's weird. It's always weird when there's just a few black guys, and then all the white people are like, "Oh my god, look how cool these moves are!"
Dude,
like, just
imagine
watching a black guy
put
dance.
yourself in my scenario. I mean, New Year's Eve, I told you I was in VIP, so I've been in multiple. I have this weird fear of having to dance when I'm the only white guy around.
Oh yeah, you're getting judged.
That's what I said, but apparently,
Definitely.
Dude, I know. And then I seize up, and I get judged again, and it's like,
Sure.
On New Year's Eve, I was definitely rocking. I mean, I drank like half a bottle of Crown Royal and fucking smoked my vape pen. So I was just like, then Brittany will stop me and try to show me how to dance, and I was just like,
Oh,
stop.
that's so embarrassing.
Dude, every time
Oh my God.
when I dance in front of black people, I get instant like step up to the streets mode to where like I have to do really well, and I'm like, I gotta fucking do this.
Oh my god, dude, stop dancing. Just stop dance.
That's what I said. I try not to, dude.
You don't need to.
But the thing is like, so my bae's a really good dancer. So then she'll start dancing, dudes will start meandering over towards her. So I got to start like bodyguarding and being like I had a guy. We were at one place on Friday when we met up with her cousins, and this guy was like, "Yo, you better claim your girl, dog." Some like fat Puerto Rican dude, and I was like, "Who the fuck are you?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm almost playing, bro. I'm playing." He kept trying to shake my hand. I was like, "Dude, get away from me, man."
There's Puerto Ricans, dude.
They were after me all
They're
weekend.
sharks.
He had like
They'll
these
get you.
soft, fat hands, and he's like, "Nah, I'm playing, bro." And he kept like handshaking me. I was
They'll
like,
get
"Dude,
you.
get your fucking squishy hands off me. I don't know you. I don't want to talk to you."
It's fucking Big Pun. He was coming for you. Yeah, you know Big Pun used to be skinny?
Nah.
Yeah, there's pictures of him online. He was like a male model. He was like fucking hot.
Dude.
And then when he died, I think he was like 700 pounds.
Is there a documentary on how fat he got?
Did you see?
That's almost admirable.
Pounds.
That's admirable, dude, to get that
I don't know
fat.
what the fuck he was doing.
Holy fuck. Dude, I really think about that sometimes, just being like, I should just get fat as fuck. Just get as fat. I just want to take up as much space as possible.
You want to take up space?
I just want to
It's like an alpha
I just want to fill the world, dude.
Yeah, skinny, big pun.
He was a male model. He was like hot.
Yeah, he was a fucking hot Puerto Rican dude.
Do you think he was Joe, the singer? No, Joe was black.
I mean, he's a little chubby in this, but
wow. Yeah, he's all
Yeah.
GQ'd out.
look at fucking Big Pun, dude.
Where did you come across this?
I forget where I heard it.
Did you think he had a thyroid condition?
Because somebody was like, "How much do you think Big Pun weighed when he died?"
He was 700 pounds.
It was like 700 pounds.
Dude, imagine that, getting fucking craned out of your house. That's the end of the line for getting that fat. They got to take your wall out and lift you out of your house in a crane. They should just bury you right there.
28 years old, Big Pun died of heart failure, weighing nearly 700 pounds.
Dude, that is fucking awesome.
700, dude.
Holy fuck.
If you're 300, you're fat as fuck.
Yeah, you're a fucking
If
ball.
you're 400, you're...
But dude,
insane.
Think about how sick that is.
Imagine being 300 pounds and then gaining 400 pounds.
Well, once you're 300, it's one of those like, whatever that is, like a rolling snowball.
I guess.
It's just the bigger you are, the more mass you accumulate.
I guess, dude.
God, that's got to be fucking...
Being 700 pounds,
I would like to be that fat for like a week.
you might not make it.
I might die.
That would hurt. It would hurt to do anything.
Yeah, it'd be tough to
Imagine, like,
walk. I
walking.
mean, your heart at all times is like ready for a heart attack.
Ugh. Yeah, I was just reading an
But
article
you're
about...
probably strong as fuck though.
If he would have lost weight, he would have been a fucking horse. He would have been a fucking Clydesdale.
You'd have been a
underneath all
bag
that
of skin, dude.
Puerto Rican horse, dude. There's a comic named Chris Cope. He's a fat fucker.
Okay, yeah.
And he had a fucking aneurysm in his chest
What?
at the Harrisburg Comedy Zone.
On stage?
Yeah, he was like 400 pounds, and after the show, and I guess what it was like a tear in his heart or something,
Oh.
and he was internally bleeding to death.
Jesus Christ! Just
Yeah,
from being fat.
Just from fattening up, his heart just ripped. Like
It was just his
old
heart was
grocery
torn.
bag.
His heart was torn between tit weight. It was
really
just like pulling on your arms and legs, and finally it was like,
How crazy is that?
that's horrible.
His heart
Dude.
ripped open. He was
Yeah,
just like, "Oh man, my chest hurts. I gotta call somebody."
I mean, dude, I think about that a lot. Like when you hit 600 pounds, it's like, is that like depression or like what?
I
the
was
fuck?
320.
That's a big boy.
That was a big dog. That was a combination. That was depression and quitting football.
That's a quick road to
I
getting
was like
fat.
296 when I was playing,
Holy
which is
fuck.
big. I should have been in like 280,
Still.
285. I should have been like 290.
320 is a big dog.
320 was a case of natural light every day. It was a case of natural light every day and fucking McDonald's. I would just eat McDoubles.
You were just doing Super Size Me, the
Double
documentary.
Heezies, dude. I was eating double Heezies. That's what I would call them, dude. Fucking double Heezies. I'd get like 3 at a time. 3 or 4.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I just had a kid that would bring me a case of natural light and double cheeseburgers.
Who was his boy?
He loved the football team.
And he would come
He's still
fucking.
my dog, dude.
He just would come feed you. You had a feeder.
I didn't even go to class. I
Do you
stopped
know
going to class.
Do you know what feeders and gainers are?
I had a feeder, yeah. Some guy that was just...
It's a sexual fetish.
Oh, he was getting horny?
Yeah, he was getting horny for you.
We talked about
Yeah,
this. 'Cause
feeders and gainers.
he was getting fucking horny off this.
He's a feeder.
One time
You had a feeder, dude.
I would get fucking hammered, and he would do weird shit around me.
Of course.
Like, because I would black out.
He was a fat
I
admirer.
would black out all the time, and he would like. I just remember because you know how I don't know if you blacked out before.
Yeah.
Like you vaguely remember conversations.
Yeah.
Like be like, did we fucking talk about this or like something
You
like
just remember
that?
this guy's breath
I
against
just
your
remember
face.
him doing like or saying weird shit. And then one time I went to take a piss on the back porch, and then I walked back in, and he was sucking a bottle like he was sucking a dick. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing, buddy?
What the
And
fuck?
he's like, I was just deep throating this bottle. And I was like, whoa, dude, that's fucking crazy.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
He was probably putting you on like under a chemical bondage, dude. He would probably fill you up with natty. He was probably giving you natty light injections.
That
dude,
was
and just huffing your limp
the
bird.
first semester of my sophomore year. And then I went home for
You ditched him.
Christmas break, and then just never came back.
So you had like a Stevie Janowski setup.
I had a Stevie.
He would just bring you fast food and beer.
Dude, it was crazy.
Dude, he definitely sucked your dick at one point.
Maybe
He definitely sucked your flask bird a couple times.
I was he got a unconscious,
He probably-
unresponsive bird.
He probably rang in the New Year one time on your
think
bird.
he rang
Dude.
one
He probably
on
rang
me?
down the counter. That's so
Yeah.
funny. You were in a fetish relationship. Damn, dude.
I was in a fetish for McDonald's and Natural Light.
Yeah, I mean,
At Skull.
You,
I just
you had an
fucking crushed
admirer.
it.
You had an admirer.
Man, I still love Natural Light.
Do you really?
I love Natural Light.
Dude, that's so fucking
But
funny.
I would literally sit there and drink a case a day, or like a case every 2 days.
You were in a fucking gingerbread house.
I was
That
crushing.
guy
it.
was fatting you up for the
I had
taking.
Xbox. I just drank a case and played Xbox. Didn't go to class anymore.
That's tough, man.
Then I got home and mommy and daddy got my report card.
Was it bad?
I mean, I got fucking kicked out of school.
What was your GPA?
I don't even know. I didn't go to class.
Holy fuck.
I had like 5 incompletes.
Damn.
And they were just like, yeah, you can't come back.
Dude.
I was like, Mom and Dad, let me go back. And they were like, you're wasting our money, you fucking idiot. And I quit football, so there was no scholarship.
Yeah.
And Elon's expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
So they're like, you're a fucking loser.
Yeah, that sucks.
You're staying here. And I was like, damn.
That's a dark chapter.
I still had shit in my apartment. I didn't know I wasn't coming back.
Yeah, it's like
So
a really...
I had stuff in my house in North Carolina.
You had a fat intervention.
I mean, pretty much. They're like, you're 320, dude. Knock it the fuck off.
If I have a kid and they hit like 250, I'm going to crane them out the window. I'm like, you're fat, dude. I'm craning you. Just crane them to the bottom, like walk up the steps.
Yeah, so I mean, because you could eat like that and drink like that if you were playing football.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
then I was working out for 8 hours
Yeah.
every day.
No, that's true.
But then all of a sudden, when you don't have to go to the gym and you're still munching those
Oh, dude.
Yeezys,
And the weight comes back
I was
quick,
fat
dude.
as fuck.
Dude, that's so funny.
And then, went home, got on the mommy and daddy diet.
Just
Lost
some
some
boiled
weight.
rice and some
They're
chicken.
like, dude, you need to chill out. I mean, at that point, if all I had to do was go from eating 2 dozen wings to just a dozen,
Yeah.
I would lose weight.
Yeah,
That's totally
exactly.
fine.
Yeah. Well, that's on those shows when the people are like 600 pounds and they like just don't eat bags of sugar. It's like they lose like 100 pounds. So
Yeah,
fast.
if you were 700, you would lose weight.
Yeah.
By sneezing,
Yeah.
like it would be crazy.
I'm at an all time high right now.
That's because you beefed, dude. You
193,
you bulked
bro.
up. You got mass.
Huge, dude.
193 is the highest you've ever been.
Yeah.
You've never hit 200 in your life. You need to hit 2.
I'm going for it.
You're gonna be 200.
I'm going, yeah.
Damn,
I'm trying to hit
that's a meaty
200.
bull.
I know.
You're gonna be a meaty bull.
Trying to get
You're
a
gonna-
meaty butt,
You're
dude.
gonna fuck someone up in the VIP lounge.
I might.
I might beat up a Puerto Rican.
That was all I was thinking about. I was like, dude, I want to start coming to VIP all the time now. So
Really?
I didn't even. So yeah. So basically, my New Year's Eve, I got invited by my girlfriend's. Well, me and my girlfriend got invited by her cousin,
Yeah.
and these were like how Stella got her groove back black dudes, just like full peacoats, ties, just super fucking smooth, dude.
Yeah.
And it was just fucking bizarre because they got tricked into spending $600 on Crown Royal
Oh.
behind a rope.
Oh.
Just a bunch of Metal Gear Solid dudes walking around with earpieces that probably don't even
God.
work. It was like a bunch of like Suge Knight looking dudes looking around like at all times on the swivel, and like guys would move back and forth. It's so fucking weird.
VIP lounge sucks.
It's horrible. And every time I'm in one, I'm like, I'd rather fucking go down and just sit on the dance floor.
Sure.
If I'm gonna be in somewhere like that, but
Yeah.
I was lording though. I started lording.
You
There was
lorded?
definitely girls looking up, dude. I was
You're Lord of the Puerto Ricans.
I was chilling in the back, dude. I was the only white guy.
Yeah, they probably thought you were like Post Malone.
Yeah, I had my sick long hair going, dude. They're
Yeah,
probably
they saw
like, damn,
you
this guy.
vaping.
They probably thought I owned a record label. I was
Yeah.
vaping in VIP. They're like, this guy's fucking
If you're
sick.
the lone white guy around black dudes in a VIP lounge,
Yeah.
you look like a fucking.
They probably thought I had a knife.
You're either an agent
Yeah,
or a fucking Post Malone.
definitely. Probably thought I was a white rapper.
Definitely.
But yeah, I was
You could
chilling.
probably
dude.
spit some bars.
I don't know if I could.
No, I know
think
you
if,
absolutely could.
If I can't dance, I don't think I could rap.
Bad.
Yeah, it'd be hard.
You'd
Well,
be-
for
you
white
would be,
rappers,
like the worst rapper.
for white rappers, the choice is like, do you do black voice or not?
It's tough.
It's tough. But if you don't do black voice, it kind of sucks.
Sure.
I have a weird thing about white rappers, dude.
You don't like them.
I don't really like them. I don't like white rappers, and I don't like white reggae artists.
I love Action Bronson. I like Post
He's
Malone.
good. His
I like
normal Post
a lot.
Malone's good. Action Bronson's
I used
good.
to love Eminem till this last album.
He's tough. I loved Eminem at the appropriate time. When I was a young man, I was like, oh, he's the best.
No, Eminem's still the man.
I don't know that he is. I don't know.
He is, dude.
I'm sure.
Now that last album, I don't like him.
I felt bad for him, really. I listened to that. I listened to a little bit of it. I'm like, man, this guy's having a tough time, and he shouldn't be.
Yeah.
If you're that rich and famous, just fucking hang it up, man.
He's always had a tough time.
That's true.
He's always been addicted to fucking drugs and
yeah.
So like there was a while where his music was so fucking bad.
Yeah.
When he was
like album
addicted to
relapse
pills,
and shit.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Yeah, that was tough. Well, he used to eat a lot of shrooms.
And he would have like funny songs.
Yeah.
Where he would use a weird twangy voice.
He went through some.
Oops, my CD just skipped, and everybody heard you let one rip. Like, that was a bow, 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 bow.
Well, he's like a 40-year-old. He's doing like 45-year-old dude jokes.
Yes.
But yeah, I know in his early days, apparently he used to eat mushrooms. A lot of rappers eat mushrooms on the
He's
sly.
addicted to pills.
Yeah.
And mushrooms, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He had he had a song about mushrooms.
Yeah.
He had a couple. Yeah,
He might be a full-blown mushroom addict.
I don't know if that was the problem. I think it was probably like Oxycontin.
Yeah, no. I don't think that happens. I don't know if there is a full-blown. I think that just takes care of itself.
What, being addicted to shrooms?
It's just impossible. I think you just end up like in the woods somewhere, and then like you come back a month later, and everyone's like, "What the fuck's going on with you?" I had a guy the last time. What the fuck? Oh, so I went to Firefly like years ago.
Oh man,
yeah, that was weird. That was when I realized I was old.
My girlfriend tried to get me to go to Firefly.
Dude, don't do it.
And she doesn't do drugs or really get fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, so why the fuck are we going to this?
It's mostly for chicks to like pretend they're a hippie for like 2 days.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's weird because usually they're at least like smoking weed or doing Molly. But I went down there with a bunch of guys and they ate mushrooms, and the one guy like ended up freaking out. And I remember like I came back looking for him and he was just cleaning up. He was walking around the lot and cleaning up litter. And then like 2 days later, he sent me a Facebook message asking me if I had any history textbooks. He was trying to read up on history. What? And this got fucking weird, dude.
2 days later, he was still fucked up?
If you eat, I mean, it'll throw you off. Like it'll give you a weird idea. I mean, dude, look at me now. I ate mushrooms on the beach a year ago. I haven't cut my hair since. So it definitely will throw in some weird ideas in there.
Dude, it's been a year since you cut. It's been over a year.
It's been like a year and 6 months.
Damn.
I just can't cut it, dude.
Why?
I don't know. I can't cut it.
I'm gonna cut it.
No, dude. It's coming in good right now.
It looks nice.
I want to hit 200 and have hair down in my butt. I'm gonna get real weird. I'm gonna start getting into like medieval weapons training. Just get fucking jacked. That's my New Year's resolution.
You gotta get jacked.
This
as
has
fuck.
become like a Ren Fair
I was
jouster.
just gonna say, you just want to turn into a Ren Fair person.
My life has been either like it's just a slow roll into me being like a Ren Fair actor or just being like a jet ski tour guide. It's like one or the other.
Those are sick fucking gigs.
I know.
Those are sick gigs.
I know.
Ren Fair guy is gonna suck.
I'd be nasty at it. Well, I'd be in the Ren Fair circuit for like a year before getting scooped up into Game of Thrones.
You think?
That's what the whole point of it is.
Ren Fair's like the minor leagues for Thrones?
Yeah, it's minor league Thrones. It's minor league Thrones and minor league 300.
That's sick.
Yeah.
There's a girl that does open mics in Lancaster.
Yeah.
And Lancaster has a big Ren Fair.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a good scene there?
That's a big scene for the Ren Fair.
Damn.
It's like the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair. It's Lancaster.
In Lancaster?
Yeah. And this girl does it, and they gave her like a flute and a bunch of rats that follow her around. Like her gig at the Ren Fair is to be like a
Pied Piper?
Pied Piper for the rats.
What kind of rats are we talking?
I don't know.
They let some live ones
They
out?
tie them to her, so when she walks around, they follow her.
Ugh. I don't know if I'm about the Ren Fair
I mean,
life.
she's a little retarded.
Yeah, I mean.
A little fucking, I made fun of her for it. I felt bad.
To her face?
Yeah. She was at an open mic.
With
And I
rats
was
attached
like,
to
you know
her?
how shitty you have to be to like show up to the Ren Fair and be like, I'd like to be a princess. And they're like, no, you're the rat lady.
You're the rat lady.
You fucking are the rat lady. Go.
Oh,
get out of here.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Poor lady.
I've never been to a Ren Fair.
Me either. I'm waiting. I'm just going to break in cold.
I think that would piss me off.
A Ren Fair?
Yeah.
All I know about Ren Fair is that you eat big turkey legs.
Yeah, I mean, that would be sick.
Yeah.
But then they're like, here's some mead. It's like, dude, this is Miller Lite. Like, stop it.
This is Miller Lite with honey in it.
Yeah. It's a bunch of comic book fans and
Yeah.
shit. Nah. Nah, yo.
Yeah. I always think I've LARPing something I've secretly been like, man, I'd enjoy that.
LARPing looks sick.
Man, I'd enjoy that.
Yeah.
I LARPed before.
You LARPed?
It was a sketch. Someone was doing a sketch, and there was like LARPing was involved, but the one guy was like a heavy LARP head. And I was like, I'm going to fuck this nerd up in LARPing. Dude, he fucking destroyed me.
He crushed you in LARPing?
Well, he's like, what weapons do you want? And I was like, double sword, Spartacus style. And he was like, you need a shield. And I was like, I don't need a fucking shield, dude. You fucking nerds are going to hurt me. Dude, those fucking weapons hurt.
Yeah, what are they, pool noodles?
It's like pool noodle around like a wiffle ball bat. So you get hit hard enough, and it's just like, ow, what the fuck? So I went in with double swords and just got fucked up by nerds, dude. I got fucking my ass beaten.
I saw there were kids that LARPed by my house in Westchester.
Really?
Yeah.
Should've
There's
went
like
out
a
there.
park by campus that they would LARP at.
Hey, you should have went out
I
there.
would just beat the horn, call them fucking gay.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
They would do it like every Sunday.
I mean, they must have got called gay like 15
The
times.
whole time they were out there must have been getting called gay by college kids. But it looks fun.
Dude, it really is fun.
Yeah. Sick. Sick
Yeah.
cast.
Sick
61,
ass, dude.
dude.
LARPing, dude.
LARP City. Yeah, that's all I want to say.
I came in, what?
I gotta brag, dude. I gotta
Brag it up, dude.
Shout out to Dan Soder, dude.
Oh, yeah,
That
yeah.
was he made a big prediction. So they interviewed a bunch of comedians who they thought was going to be the next big thing in 2018.
Shit.
He said, the Shane Gillis.
What website was this?
It's called theinterrobang.com.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, it's big.
That's a big site. I know Interrobang, Split Site are like two.
It was a terrible pick, though.
What
Gotta be
pick to
honest
hit you
with
with
him,
the
real
old school
big.
face shot?
Oh, my God, yeah. So there's like a collage picture of
Yeah.
like all these really good comedians and then me. And
That's
my
sick.
picture is that old headshot.
It was like a pixelated.
So fucking
oh, I know. I know a headshot.
The
you're
old
talking about.
headshot that just I can't escape.
That's so funny.
I look as white as snow, which I am, but like pure white with like slicked, parted hair,
That's sick, dude.
and like a senior portrait photo, like turned to the side.
It's an obituary.
I like turn to the side, I'm like, oh my god, turn to the side, like looking over my shoulder.
That
like,
was the one on the
parted hair.
billboard in
Yeah,
down
it was.
south.
Yeah,
That's a classic.
I can't get
That's a
rid-
classic
I don't even know where these
photo.
people are getting this photo.
They just go and they rip them off
I
of
don't
Facebook
send
and
it.
stuff. They just go and take them.
That show I did Thursday or Friday night used a bio from like right when I started, like my first bio.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah, it was like he's an up and comer out
Yeah.
of Central PA.
That's sick.
He's performed at clubs like Stitches in Lancaster. He's opened for who the
Dustin
fuck was
Diamond,
it?
dude.
I did have Carlos Mencia on there.
Nice. Dude. That you should keep that.
I should keep Dustin Diamond, Carlos Mencia. So it should say Screech, Carlos Mencia, and Chris Kattan.
That'd be awesome,
My
dude.
three openers. It'd be like has performed at a bowling alley in Reading,
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Stitches, Lancaster.
That'd be fucking sick.
That would be a sick bio.
I hate writing those things.
Bios are the corniest shit on
They
earth.
suck.
Headshots are fucking gay.
Yeah,
bios
headshots
are
are
fucking
maybe
gay.
the worst.
If you take a serious headshot, you fucking suck.
Yeah, that and I see
And
a
they
lot
all
of
do.
I
They
see a
all
lot
do.
of comedians, a lot of girl comedians take like super sexy
Girl
photos.
comedians love that.
They love taking like super photo shoots, and it's like, what the fuck does this have to do with stand up?
Yeah. There's always just every single female comic I think I know
Yeah,
has like an album on Facebook of
just hot chicken.
just headshot of
Well,
them being hot.
that's a weird girl urge, just like being hot and being perceived as hot.
Yeah.
Because like when like especially like nurses and people who wear uniforms and like it's time to like meet up with their coworkers, they get like super dressed to the nines.
Yeah.
It kills a girl, dude. It's like as jacked as I am to wear like if I had to wear like loose bicep shirts all the time. If that was my uniform, I'd definitely throw on like a snug Ed Hardy.
You need to get a snug shirt. You got jacked. Are you jacked right now?
I'm fucking jacked.
That's sick. Get to
You
200.
know
dude.
Tom Hardy's name's really Ed Hardy?
What?
Yeah, Tom Hardy's real name is
No.
Edward Thomas Hardy. His name's Ed Hardy.
Damn.
And he changed it. He's probably like, those t-shirts probably came out and he was like, motherfucker. I can't be Ed Hardy, the actor.
Every piece of information I get about Ed Hardy just contradicts everything I know about him.
Tom Hardy, yeah.
Tom, like he's one of my favorite actors. Not that him being gay would have anything to do with it, but just
Is
like
it-
when
oh,
you
is he
see
gay?
him, he used to fuck some guys.
Yeah?
He's bi,
Okay.
but it's still like you see him acting, and it's like, damn, that guy's the.
I feel like
alpha.
if you're that good at acting, you have to fuck some guys. There's no
he
way.
fucks some guys. His real name's Ed Hardy. He's like,
Yeah, this dude.
His real life is he's a bisexual dude named Ed Hardy,
Yeah, that's his real life.
and then on screen he's the fucking
Brilliant actor.
great actor.
He was just in, he's in Peaky Blinders.
Yeah,
He plays the old Jew.
Yeah. He was in Peaky Blinders in season 2 also.
Yep.
Made a comeback in 4. He's the best.
Dude, I came back on New Year's Eve, and I was so fucking drunk and stoned. And I started watching those vampire soap operas with Brittany before
Why are you
we went to
watching
bed.
those?
I mean, that's just what we watch. So I was watching the show, and I was like, in my head, just like, vampire soap operas are the best. I fucking love these. And woke up the next morning and I had no fucking idea what I'd watched. She's like, you want to finish the episode? And I was like, we watched an episode. And I remembered being like, God, these are just the best.
Oh, you were telling me about Black Mirror. I just watched Black Mirror.
Yeah, dude. It's weird. I mean, I don't want to spoil episode 3. You said you started, but there's a part of that I almost was like, get the fuck out of here.
They hit you with the progressive.
Not, dude. Okay, so you saw that girl. This won't spoil that much. You saw that girl, right?
Yeah.
You know the dude who fucking hit the dude on the bike?
Yeah.
Do you think she could overpower him and
Absolutely
like murder him with her bare hands?
0 chance.
Yeah, that's like she like
God.
overpowers him and chokes him out.
I don't know if there's
she's like 110 pounds.
I don't know if there's anything that bothered me more growing up or now is when a girl thinks she can beat you up.
Yeah.
Like I remember there were these 3 girls in high school, and for some reason we were talking about if I could beat up all 3 of them.
Yeah.
And they were like, "We would beat the shit out of you."
What?
And it was like 3 hot chicks, and I was lifting every single day. Like I was pretty fucking huge.
Yeah.
Like I just said, I was like,
there's no way.
I was like
There's no way.
300 fucking pounds, and there were 3 hot chicks. They're like, "We would just jump on your back and scratch you." I'd be like, "I would fucking beat you to death."
I would allow them to beat me up for a while.
Yeah, I mean,
just for my own sexual perversion, and then I would fucking murder them.
Break out of it and fucking suplex.
Be so, dude. If you wouldn't even beat them up. You'd give one of them a 40% punch to the head, and then the rest of them would scatter. Yeah, there's no way 3 hot chicks is watching someone get their eye socket caved in and like going in number 2, like I got you.
Or like when girls, whenever I hear a woman like guess who would win in a fight,
between who?
It just pisses me. Like anybody.
Yeah,
like you could ask a girl like who would win a fight, me or Justin Timberlake. They'd be like, Justin.
Yeah.
It's like, why? It's like, look how athletic he is. He dances. You can't even move. It's like I would fucking destroy him.
Yeah, you absolutely would.
But in a girl's mind, it's just like whoever's hot, like David Beckham would
whoever's
beat the
rich
shit
and
out
hot.
of anybody.
Yeah, of course.
It's like
he
no,
would just kick you.
I mean, David Beckham might fuck me up.
I don't think so.
He's a real athlete.
No way. No way David Beckham can match it. Unless he has like American Psycho rage, there's no way he can match.
I don't know. Like when it comes to soccer players, that's the tough one. That's a tough one.
I don't know about fist fighting. I don't think those guys fist fight all that much.
I don't think they fist fight all that much, but still they're athletes.
True. But it's like
one are competitive
as soon as a fist flies to their head, dude. It all depends. Some people you never know with that.
Like that's the Cristiano Ronaldo argument. It's like because that guy's a fucking horse.
He is. He's a mule,
and he's got to be a psycho.
Yes,
he's got to be competitive as fuck.
That's true.
So I don't know. They say the same thing about LeBron. Everybody's like, "Oh, he's a pussy."
Yeah,
it's like, dude, he's a monster.
He's what, a 6'8" fucking
300 fucking pounds.
Yeah, he's not a pussy. I mean, he might not get in fist fights all the time. But
I don't know if he's 300. He lost some weight. He's skinny.
Still, he's 6'8".
He would literally kill you.
Yeah,
he would kill you.
Dude, it was funny.
And he's a pussy. He flops. It's like, yeah, on the court, he's also an animal.
Dude, yeah, that's not even. If people say they can beat up LeBron James, it's like, all right, Ben, you got it. Just get the fuck out of my face.
Like, there's no one in the NFL I think I could beat up. There's probably, and even then,
I think I could beat up a punter. I think I could take a couple punters.
There's some punters out there that'll fuck you up.
I know, but I'm saying I think I could take a couple.
You could find one?
Yeah, I think I could take a couple down.
Yeah,
I actually would like to play football against. That would be a cool, like a pregame. Just do like regular dudes playing football against punters and kickers.
I don't know. They might fuck you up.
You think
There's
so?
Probably some.
Well, they're probably in pretty good condition.
Some punters you can smash.
Yeah, I think I could.
But there's like I remember I was sitting there talking with my dad. We were watching the NBA, and I was asking him what players on the court he could beat up. He was drunk, and he was just naming all these players. I was like, Dad, they would fucking kill you, dude.
Yeah, but I feel like as an older white dude, you're so ready to die that like it throws in a factor to where it's like your dad's in his head like, dude, I would just go out in a blaze of glory.
That's ISIS mentality.
I'd pull his eyes out.
I'll take on the United States military, dude.
Yeah, your dad's probably like your dad in his head. You're thinking about like fist fighting. He's probably thinking like pulling eyes out and fucking gouging and fish hooking.
Yeah, that's
the thing with Justin Timberlake. There's like no, It's
I'm
hard
confident.
to match a common man's like bleak rage
Yeah.
versus like Justin Timberlake, who's just if you're having like mad 3 and foursomes, and then you just like fight the average like Redditor fucking porn addict, dude. It's like that guy's gonna rip you apart. Dude, I was in the fucking throes of porn addiction this morning.
Really?
Last night and this morning. I woke up this morning. I felt like Tom Cruise from The Last Samurai. When he wakes up and he's like, "Saki!" I was just in my head screaming for porn, dude. And I was all feverish. I'm sick. So I woke up all feverish and confused, and I was just like, ugh, compilations.
You needed to see it.
I needed some compilations,
And you didn't
dude.
do it?
No, I didn't.
Damn.
I
That's
didn't do it.
impressive. Now,
Dude.
when it comes to a nofap, if you were to see porn, would you jerk off?
What do you mean?
Like if I hit you with some porn right now, what would happen to you?
It'd be hard, man.
Would you go home and jerk off?
I might have a masturbatory episode
I remember the masturbatory episode you had when we were hanging
at
out.
your friend's house.
We heard a girl getting fucked, and you were
Dude.
like, "I gotta go home."
That sent me right home. I was on 8 days hard mode, or 7, I think. And I heard that girl, and I'd like seen her all night.
I know.
And then just to hear her soft fucking moans, dude. I instantly was like, I gotta go. Went home and it's pure
That is so funny.
pure imagination bang fapped. Like a hard fucking shaking, like Diary of a Vampire's come, just like,
So nobody watches Diary of the Vampire, dude.
well, you know what I'm
Don't
talking
use
about.
those references.
I'm thinking of like a candlelit, just like white sheeted bed where I'm like, dude, you have to finish watching
Stop
Black.
using vampire references.
You have to watch the rest of Black Mirror. It's so
Is that why
funny.
you're growing your hair out? You do look like a vampire now, dude.
Well, that would be cool. I could get if I could get into some vamp soaps, dude. That'd be
You
awesome.
look like a vamp. You got the goatee. You're pale.
Yeah, I got to get a
Long
little
hair.
less
You look
jacked.
medieval.
I look more like a werewolf, I'd say.
Oh yeah,
I
true.
look more like a were,
You
but
look like a hybrid.
oh, dude, you know about hybrids?
A werewolf vamp.
How the fuck do you know about that?
I don't know. I came up with that just now.
Well, you
I
must.
mean-
That's probably how the writing for those shows
It's not
works.
that hard.
Because there are
It's like,
hybrids.
oh, and they can fly and they can move
Well,
like
a
this, and
vampire
they can fucking-
vampires will die from a werewolf bite
Really?
in 24
Just
hours
a bite?
unless
Just
given
a bite?
unless given the blood of an immortal or the blood of a hybrid.
Wow.
So you got to watch out for that.
You gotta watch out for werebites.
Yeah. Same vice versa if a vamp bites a werewolf.
I was always a werewolf guy.
Really?
I was always a fan.
The
of
werewolves are so fucking lame, dude. They're like
I mean, now I'm sure everybody in that show is fucking lame. By the way,
yeah, well the witches are pretty sick, but yeah.
There's bitches?
There's bitches, yeah.
What do the bitches do?
They just fucking put curses and hexes on people, dude.
You love curses.
I just my favorite
You
part
love
of
hexes
my-
and curses.
my favorite part of the vampire shows is how vampires always move so fast. Because they'll be like, someone will come in the house and like, and they're right behind them.
Yeah.
But then they drive for some reason too.
I watched True Blood,
yeah, and they move real
And they would
fast.
do
They
that.
fuck really quick.
and then like middle of an episode, I remember True Blood was like on the same time as Entourage,
Yeah,
like the same night.
they were like, think about that. They were like the two best shows for a while.
And I would be watching. I just remember I was like middle of an episode of True Blood, and I was just like, "Oh, this is the dumbest fucking shit I've ever seen in my life," and I never watched it again.
Yeah, I watched the
I
whole
was like
first.
mid-season. I was just like, "Wow,
See,
this
I
is
watched-
so bad."
I watched that show, but more for like there was so many sex scenes, and there was a couple girls I had my eye on in that show.
I liked that.
Sookie.
I liked that redhead dude.
Oh, you
She's
liked her?
So fucking hot.
I liked Sookie, and I liked the whatever that black chick's name was.
She was just
fucking
in
hot.
something I watched. Oh,
Sookie?
she was in Punisher. The redhead.
Sookie?
The redhead.
Okay,
Sookie wasn't hot.
she had
Sookie
something
was
about
not
her.
as hot as the
She had,
redhead.
I know, but she had something
That
about her.
redhead
Dude.
vamp.
She was pretty hot.
What?
I wasn't that into her.
Woo!
All my cousins and shit are redheads, dude. That's like
Yeah.
I got negative imprinted on that. If I see a redhead, it's just kind of like, hey, nice to meet you.
Well, there's a lot of ugly redheads.
Yeah,
When you run into a hot redhead, it's.
but a hot redhead is like super pale and fair skinned. You know what I mean?
I'm alright with that.
Not
built for
not
that,
this
dude. Look
not
at
this kid,
darkness,
dude.
This is my dwelling.
Not this kid.
I live in the shadows.
You live in the shadows. I mean, I'm pale.
I'm a fat vamp, dude. I move slow. Like when they're all flying, I'm like,
You're like, you just move like 4 feet. Dude. But yeah, Black Mirror this season it's like the same thing you're saying with Star Wars. It's like, for the most part, not every single episode, but it's usually like a bad white. It's all female leads, and this is something they came up with. They're like, it's all going to be female leads.
yeah.
And but yeah, that one girl's like 110 pounds. She like overpowers and chokes a dude to death.
Oh my god.
And that was just like. And then she goes on a spree from there, and it's just kind of like, huh?
Yeah.
So that was weird. But they had a couple ones that were really. They had one where This guy has like his girlfriend is in a coma, so he gets her consciousness and plant it in his head. So his girlfriend's in his head at all times. He's like everything.
God.
I know, dude. I was watching this and I was like, good fucking God.
I left the house the other day or last night to watch the Sugar Bowl. I had to leave the house because my bitch was yapping.
She sees through his eyes. She was seeing through his eyes.
Don't give it away.
Dude,
don't
it's
give it away.
fucking horrifying.
I gotta watch the rest of this.
Horrifying.
If your fucking broad was in your head,
yeah, but
ooh.
His broad, it was a white chick, and then he put her out. It was
Stop.
Sorry.
I'm gonna watch these.
I'm gonna stop spoiling it, but dude, there was a definite theme where like it was just bad, for the exception of one, but it was mostly just like bad white people.
White guys are creating the dystopian future we're about to enter.
I know,
and it's only up to white women to save us,
and that was
women
the thing.
of color, which is
but
white women are the ultimate saviors. They've always been so good at. Anytime you ever notice how like when there's a fight or a disaster, white women usually are the ones not screaming and ruining it.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just screaming and acting irrational.
Yeah.
They never do that.
Never freak out.
They never constantly scream and freak out for no reason.
Nah, dude, they fucking grab your wrist, flip you
They
over.
say, come on, let's go.
They put you down,
get out of here.
choke you out, dude. Oh, dude. That was at one point. I'm watching it like trying to keep an open mind, get with the times, and I saw that and I was just like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Please stop.
I watch.
I think they're trying to trigger dudes into being just like full neo-Nazi.
They're
just walking on me.
They got me like 10 different times this year. This is Star Wars. They got me Call of Duty rumors. They got me on a bunch. But
I went right from there to Whole Foods too. So I'm in Whole Foods like, fuck you guys. I saw a dude with like purple hair and I was like, fuck you, dude. You're fucking ruining Black Mirror for me somehow. The first season was like dudes fucking pigs. It was sick.
It was sick. That's what life is.
Yeah,
I need reality, dude. I need a guy fucking a pig.
Or the first one was the most telling of like some white guy trapping a bunch of POCs in his sexual fantasies and not letting them out.
The first one was sick.
That was so funny. It's like we need a tough fucking girl to turn this around. And then did you notice at the very beginning when they were like, what can we do now? Like they got rid of the evil white guy and they're like, we have a whole universe. Let's go explore it now. And I was watching this. I'm like, this is fucking. They're turning the Bays into communists, dude.
Yeah.
We can't let our Bays become communists.
Bays are communists, dude.
You think so?
Yeah.
They're pretty concerned with
maternal
what's fair
instinct to be like,
True.
Everyone gets it,
Yeah. Got to make sure our Bays.
Mothers are nice to the runt.
Got to make sure the Bays don't become communists.
While the men destroy the runt.
True.
And say, we need big men and swastikas in our video games. And white stormtroopers.
I started listening to this book about just like human beings evolving, and they were going into how there was like Neanderthals.
Neanderthals,
and there was like we had like a whole species of midgets too.
There were midgets.
Yeah, there was
Pygmies?
people. Yeah, they were 3 feet, and they just kind of chilled. And it's funny because they hunted elephants, but there was also midget elephants too.
Really?
So they hunted. There's midgets on an island hunting midget elephants, and at one point, just normal dudes, fucking rolled out, normal sized, I should say, dudes.
Damn. Think about the broads they got out of that.
King-sized dudes. It was funny to think 10,000 years ago for like a king-sized dude to be like, huh? See like midgets and be like, I'm going to go fuck one of those midget girls and kill those guys. Like that's in their head, they're like, all right, we're going to fucking obviously kill these midget dudes and fuck these midget girls.
Yes.
It must have been so weird to be alive back then. Dude. When you just saw them and you're like, I'm going to fuck one of these midgets and kill these. It must have been so... Think about how fun that was.
To land on an island and see a bunch of midgets and
oh my God,
game over.
Yeah, exactly. You're in business of just like completely pillaging and destroying villages, and the village you roll up on is full of like 3-footers, and you're like, it's like when you're playing basketball on like a 5-foot rim. You're like, dude, I'm gonna dunk. I'm gonna do. They're like 360 dunking. They're probably like kicking their heads off and shit.
I mean, that's in a more recent example is Columbus coming to the Americas and just seeing people that have nothing and just being like, game time.
Yeah.
This is mine now.
Game, set, match.
Give me some gold or I'm cutting your fucking ears off.
But they were still good with like bow hunting and like sick tracking skills. I don't think these midgets. Pygmies. Yeah, I don't think these midgets. No, the Indians. I don't think the midgets were like that sick at a lot of stuff.
You think they just sucked? They're just shitty.
I mean,
midgets.
dude, you're a midget in the wild, dude. That's fucking.
Well, I bet they were proportional though. They weren't like modern midgets with like shitty arms.
Do you think they used to like roll in a ball?
Yeah, midgets have like crocodile arms.
You think they had like jacked little muscle arms?
I bet they were like small humans.
Yeah, that's what midgets are. Oh, you don't think they
No.
were like kind of like
Big-headed alligator arms.
Yeah, they probably were like jacked
Baby
little warriors.
legs.
They're like little Cabbage Patch Kids, dude.
Yeah, they're probably small little guys. It's probably like a bunch of Okanis. Just jacked, handsome little guys.
When they were
running around.
saying the height, I'm like, all right, they're gonna say, I didn't expect it was gonna be fucking 3 feet. It was like 3'6" average height. Just got their fucking
I wonder what those babes were looking like.
dicks
dude.
kicked in. They were hot.
What do you think about a nice 3-foot babe?
Whew.
How would you like to have about 6 of them in your bed squirming around, huh?
You know what? I told you that before. That midget porn is
What?
something I tried to get into and was like, not for
Midget
me.
porn. Well, again,
Not for
you're
me.
thinking of them as midgets.
Yeah, I guess
The
they're like
midgets
they're more of like the house cats of midgets, really.
Midgets tend to be kind of gross looking. Well, gross
Yeah.
is the wrong thing, but deformed.
When they're hot, though, when they have a hot face, it is kind of confusing. It's like
What did you say about house cats?
today's midgets are like the house cats of midgets.
Yeah,
These
they've
were like
been
the OG
they
strain.
were
Yeah,
wildlife.
yeah. These
midgets.
were like the saber-toothed tiger midgets, dude. They were like,
Oh my god.
but that was cracking me up, dude. Just imagine those dudes 10,000 years with no moral compass, just to be like sick.
What was the word for them in Gulliver's Travels?
I have no idea. They tied the guy up.
Yeah, that was them,
Midgets.
dude.
Midgies.
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 Oh, I wanted to say this. I've been watching fucked up videos.
What'd you watch?
Just fucking every time I watch a fucked up video, women just screaming.
Yeah.
It's like, shut the fuck up.
I mean, people are getting their heads chopped off and shit?
No, just like I watched a crane collapse the other day.
Yeah.
And just a woman was just screaming at the top of her lungs while it was collapsing.
She didn't fucking
From
go
a
underneath.
distance.
She didn't run up and catch it?
No, from a very long distance, she was just like,
Yeah, dude, it was a
It's like,
total
why-
chaos.
I would look at her and just be like, shut the fuck up. That
Yeah.
does nothing.
Yeah, that's not hurting you at all.
Just stop.
Yeah, they're just wired differently, dude.
Yeah, they're like seagulls.
wired
Dude.
to
They just
choke-
start cawing. when
They're
shit
they're
pops
wired
off.
to choke you out, dude.
Yeah, I know.
You're gonna get fucking choked out.
Me?
Yeah, some 150-pound, some girl's gonna come up 115 pounds, gonna fucking put you down, dude.
I mean, I'm sure there's a 110-pound lady out there that does martial arts that could choke me.
Yeah, but I don't know. I doubt it.
I could probably flex and bust out of that.
Yeah, I think you could
Power
bite. You could at
armor.
least bite her arm really hard.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I could beat the fuck out of most women.
Yeah, except for
I
those
think that's my
Russian.
resolution.
To beat the fuck out of most women.
My resolution is to beat
Or
the
just to
fuck
let
out
'em know.
of most women this year.
That's a sick thing to do in a relationship. Just not hit your girlfriend or wife, but let her know, like,
She knows.
just to vocalize it, be like, look, I would never hit you, but if I fucking did, I would
Yeah.
bash your fucking
If you get
eye.
me fired up,
Yeah.
I might strangle you to death.
Just let him know. Be like, I could, literally,
Yeah.
I could just pull your eyes out.
You think that's a good thing to say to your woman?
Yeah, let him know.
Just like on your first date?
It's like, I could literally jump on your head and kill you.
Yeah. It's the first date, just like, hey, this is going really well. I also want you to know I could pull your fucking teeth out if I felt like it. I could hold you down and rip your teeth out with pliers.
Or even just when you're walking, put your arm around her and just fucking give a good squeeze and make you feel
Yeah.
that.
Imagine that.
That's half of what I got.
Tear off your ears.
I could literally crack your neck.
Yeah, that's good. I think that was I think my dad said that in his vows.
He said I could fuck you up.
He's like, I just want you to always remember. Rip your fucking nose out. I hold you by the under the nostrils and pull.
I haven't been to a good wedding in a while.
I was at a wedding on fucking Friday night.
How was that?
I got there late as fuck.
That's sick.
I did a show.
Wait, were you in like everyday regular gear?
I did a show in North Jersey.
Yeah.
I think the biggest crowd I've ever performed for.
Oh yeah, that
I
was
forget
like a
what the
theater.
Fillmore was. What's the
I was about. I thought.
what's the Fillmore seat?
I'm gonna say 2,500.
The Fillmore was probably
Fillmore was probably 1,800
75% full when I was on.
Yeah,
Maybe full by the
I would
time.
say it's about
So that was probably the biggest. The Fillmore
Yeah.
was the biggest. This was the second. This was 1,200 people.
nice.
It was
Packed.
a 1,200 seat theater. It was
How
sick.
far were you from the people from the stage?
Pretty far.
Yeah, you had like the pit going on.
Yeah. And there's a big ass balcony. It was sick.
That is tight.
That was a good show. I hosted and I fucked up the guy's name right away.
Who's a
First guy,
Feach?
Melvin
Oh,
George.
it was like a whole. Yeah.
Melvin George the second. Some old black dude that did like
What'd you call him?
Melvin George the third.
Oh man, you were that close.
Yeah.
Did
And
he
it was
bust your balls about the
second,
third?
Second. No, he didn't bust my balls. He was his act was he's been doing the same thing since 1980. He did not change a word, dude.
Really?
He was just full on fucking like hello, welcome. And they did a.
Remember we did Levity Live? There was all those old black
my
nerds.
God.
They were pretty brutal.
This guy was like really good, but a while ago. Like he'd done like Letterman and all, or like all the old shit, and then now it was like it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
To just have an act from the '80s that you just never changed.
Yeah, why wouldn't you do that?
I know, I don't get it.
Then
You
again,
do
it's also pretty sick to bring that fucking into the future.
Do
Like
the same
fuck
act?
it, yeah, I'm just gonna do this till I die.
Yeah, it's and then the next guy who's good, he was good.
Yeah.
Moody McCarthy, he was good.
Sick name.
Yeah, White Bull, he did Letterman, he did Kimmel.
Nice.
He was cool, and then I brought out the legend, dude.
Hell was the fucking
Rich
Voss, man.
Fucking
Must have
hilarious.
crushed it, dude, in
Crushed.
his
He
theater.
did. He did like an hour and 10 minutes too.
Ooh.
Supposed to do 50. He was having fun, man.
Really?
So then I left there, and I hosted, so I had to stay the whole fucking time,
sucks.
which really sucked. So I drove from North Jersey down to Westchester. I got pulled over right away. I got pulled over by a cop, which was funny because I had those weed gummies in the car. And when I got out to my car stunk like weed.
Really?
Yeah. It smelled like weed. It was cold. I don't know. Maybe that.
I thought they were sealed up.
They were in a Ziploc bag.
Huh.
And in my center console.
Oh, they weren't like sealed with like. Oh wow.
And then I got in my car and I was like, fuck, it stinks like weed, but whatever, just don't get pulled over.
Yeah.
First exit, right when I got onto the highway, I got pulled over. And like as the sirens came on, I was like, oh my God. I have fucking weed in here.
You have weed gummies, dude.
So I put the windows down like while I was pulling over.
Yeah.
It was fine. Guy let me go with a warning.
Really?
It's going 83 and 65.
Woo.
He was like, next cop might not be so nice. I was like, dude, you're the best.
Fuck yeah.
It's like, you're the man. I was
He
like,
probably listens to the cast.
I told him I was doing stand-up.
What'd he
He was
say?
like, where are you coming from? I was like, I was at the Mayo Performing Arts Center doing that. He was like, oh, how'd you do? He's like, you fucking crushed? He said kill. He was like, did you kill it? I was like, yeah. I was just like, yeah, it was the best thing of my life, dude. Thanks.
Oh, it's so funny.
And then I drove to my friend's wedding that I had skipped for that show. And the reception ended at 1 a.m. And I got there at like 12:50. So I just drove to the reception, walked in. Everybody was hammered, singing the Eagles fight song.
So you were plainclothes?
I was in jeans and a T-shirt.
Nice.
And I walked in, and then we went back to the hotel, and I drank till like 5.
Oh, goddamn.
Yeah, it was rough. Then
Rockstar lifestyle.
Then I went from a show that was a theater with like 1,200 people.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next night I was at like a vineyard in Hershey, PA for like 8 people.
Really?
Yeah.
How were they?
It was weird. It was fucking shitty. That was really shitty. And then Magoobs.
The ultimate.
The ultimate, dude.
That's fucking
Magoobers.
sick.
Yeah,
That's so funny that guy left the stage and he had to come back on.
Oh my God. Yeah. What do you think, dude? What do you think about your new year? What are you going to do?
I told you, dude. I'm going to fucking...
You got to get to 200 and grow your hair to your butt?
200, grow my hair to my butt, just start working with like clubs and fucking cudgels. I'm trying to pick
What's
my
a
medieval.
cudgel?
This is like a short fat club, like it's fat on the one end.
Oh.
I might just work with like some like short curvy swords, some daggers,
Yeah.
some dagger work.
Yeah, your daggers. Are you
I don't have a New Year's
throwing
resolution.
Daggers?
Huh?
You got to work on throwing knives.
I might work on my poison game.
You do need better potions.
Yeah, I might get some
Your
like
poisons
poison,
suck.
some potions.
You got to get potions, dude.
My cousin used to make potions for his neighbor.
Really?
He used to make like poison potions. He'd put like those red berries from holly trees and mash them in water to get this girl to drink. He would try to get her to drink them. She'd be like, "No, I'm not drinking them." She's like, "I hate her so much."
You're trying to poison her with berries.
With like elderberries. You put like dirt and red berries into like a plastic water bottle and like shake it up and be like, "Drink this." She'd be like, "I'm not drinking it." Like, "Come on, drink it." He was actively trying to poison her. He was trying to poison her, dude. It was so. I would just sit there and watch and be like, "Fuck, he's gonna poison this girl." I would have let it happen.
Yeah, you need to work on your potions this year. Mm-hmm. Throwing knives.
Yep.
You need to grow your hair down to your ass, which that's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
You might be middle of the back.
Yeah, I mean, it'll probably just stop.
You think? I bet you can grow long, dude.
It's going there. I'm just becoming like a weird fucking like whale man.
What are you becoming, dude?
There's a guy who,
in awe of that.
there's a guy who used to come to my grade school and talk about whales, and he had a long ponytail, and every day I'm kind of like, I'll probably just become the whale man, like talk about whales at the grade school.
That's a fucking sick gig, too.
I know.
All your prospects are sick.
I know, whale man.
Jet skis,
jet ski tour guide,
Ren Fair. You could actually probably do all three.
I think more so though. I want to go more towards the just get into the Game of Thrones. Just put my time in at the Ren Fair.
Yeah.
Just work on my British accent. Like, hello.
Get into the dark arts also. You need to fucking work on the potions.
I know. But no, that's my resolution. I don't really have one. I was fucking killing it before the end of the year.
Yeah.
So why would I change it up?
That's nice.
Why would I change it up?
I gotta make a few adjustments here. Make a couple changes.
I'm staying out of the VIP, basically.
I'm gonna stop drinking.
Okay.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Now that it's January, I think I can get a couple solid weeks in.
Yeah.
I was doing all right before Christmas. Christmas hurt.
I'm still hungover.
I got drunk, too much. And then if I don't booze for a couple months, that'll be good.
Yeah, you'll feel
I'll just
good.
booze occasionally.
You'll feel good.
And I got to drop some LBs.
How much? What are you trying to get down to? 170.
170. Yeah.
You should get down to 170.
I should drop 70.
You should just go full on machinist, dude, and drop 40 pounds.
If I was 170, that means I would lose like 80 pounds.
Oh, don't do that. What are you trying to get to?
I don't know. Just whatever.
200?
Just take it steady. No, not 200. That's just unattainable. I'm like 255 right now. 260. I'm like 260 probably.
Damn, dude, that's sick.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get up there.
6'3", 260, dude.
That's awesome.
Come find out.
That's awesome.
And yeah, that scale I bought's just inaccurate.
Yeah, that's a heavy scale. Well,
that was like an $8
that's
scale.
good. That's like when Arnold used to wear cut sleeve shirts to the gym when his belly would stick out. That thing adds about 10 pounds to you.
It does. Every time I get on, I'm like, what the fuck?
What the fuck am I doing?
No, I was thinking I was going to go the Bill Burr route, which
What's
is
that?
like just 3 pounds, 2 pounds a week.
Yeah.
Weigh yourself at the beginning and the end of each week. See what you got.
What is he, like skinny fat or something? He's always talking about losing weight, but he doesn't look that fat.
He boozes a lot, and then he gets bloated.
Yeah.
He always, he fluctuates around like what you are.
Yeah, the Irish face can definitely bloat out
yeah.
quick, dude.
Yeah.
That's just totally booze activated.
Yeah. If I stop boozing for a little, and it's corny for your resolution to be to lose weight.
No,
but
it's not.
I think I'm going to go with it, and
Yeah, you should.
I'm not going to stop dip.
You resolve not to?
I've resolved not
That's
to.
a resolution.
My resolution is to continue to chew tobacco.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of your weight loss goals.
It actually is part of my weight loss goal. Like if I'm hanging out here and they like order wings or pizza or something, the only way I'm not munching 5 slices is if
You should start taking like Rip Fuel.
No,
Those like Xenadrine fat burners, dude.
I need you to conjure up a potion, dude.
That's true.
Get me a potion.
I'll go to the gas station and get you some fucking fat blockers, dude.
No. Gas station.
I took them to get ripped one time, and I ended up just totally breaking out and like having to lay by a ceiling fan naked. There's stuff they basically put you in a fever.
Really?
So they raise your body temperature by like a degree or two, so you just burn fat. But it's just very unhealthy, as you can imagine, to be in a feverish state.
That'd be terrible.
So I took one and just got real hot and blotchy and got naked and laid by a fan and was like, oh.
Oh, man.
Thought I was getting ripped, dude.
Oh, yeah, and yoga. I'm going to do yoga.
That's a good
I got
resolution.
yoga. I got a new yoga mat.
That's a good resolution.
Just going to do yoga up here in the living room.
Nice.
And then continue to ball the fuck out, dude.
That's sick. Yeah, I'm just going to keep going at it, dude.
You going to come back to the game soon?
Stand up?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Take
If
a
it calls
little
me.
hiatus.
I took a real sick hiatus. I always go to the hills, dude. I'm like Luke Skywalker.
True.
I go to the hills for a while and I fucking observe.
I'll find you. I'll
Come
seek
find me,
you
dude.
out, hand you a mic.
Yeah.
And be like, dude, we need you.
I got to get down there.
I am the only one fighting on our side right now, dude.
What is it? Just pure
Me
fucking...
versus gay bullshit every day.
Really?
I have a lightsaber just...
Is that all it is right now in stand-up?
No. I mean, stand-up's always fucking gay.
Yeah, but still.
Stand-up sucks.
Yeah.
Stand-up, dude, even... I did that theater show, I was just sitting backstage like, oh, God.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go out there.
Yeah, that's my thing, too. The last couple of shows I did, I would just look at people's faces and that look of, like... Looking at me like, come on. I look at them like, fuck you.
Yeah.
No, I would get so mad. The last show I did, I think, was the show we did in like the rain. Remember that? And like,
oh wow, no way.
No, I must have done one after that.
You did the last show you did was I remember it was the mic.
Oh yeah.
It was a
That was a helium mic. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that show, I remember sitting there and there was just like dudes in fedoras just like judging me.
You
And I was like,
got off
"Fuck
stage
this."
and you're like, fuck that shit, and I was like, oh wow,
Oh, I hated it.
he's actually mad.
I was just like, I sat there like it was raining. I'm like, this is so. I was mad that they didn't cancel it.
Yeah.
It's fucking pouring rain. We're in a backyard. Just cancel this shit.
No, I meant the helium.
Oh yeah, I was mad because I sat there all night. And then what pisses me off when there's a decent crowd,
Yeah.
and you go on at the end and there's no one left, and it's just
Yeah,
like,
that
God,
does suck.
Fucking damn it.
Yeah, I
Might
remember,
make a return.
Because I
We'll
was
see.
on after you, and you
Yeah.
came off, and you're like, "Fuck that shit."
I was so mad.
Because didn't like the mic? I remember the mic fell out. That's what it was. The
mic
mic was
fell
fucked
out.
up.
But I was like, whatever, and I was talking, and it was just
Yeah.
like people were chatting the whole time, and I was like, this is a fuck. I'm sitting here for 3
No, I get
hours.
it. You weren't wrong.
Yeah, it pissed me off.
Yeah, I thought.
And I don't like a night bird schedule.
because I was expecting you to come off and be like, "Oh, that sucked," and like
Yeah.
to laugh. But
Yeah.
you came off, you were like, "Fucking bullshit." And I was like, "Oh, fuck."
I hated it, dude. I hate staying up late anymore.
Yeah,
I like going to bed
depressing.
early. I like getting up early. It's
Yeah.
the best. And then like I was out late. I'm sitting for 3 hours, and I go up, and it's just people like, maybe you should try to be. But it's just like, fuck, you, fuck these guys.
Yeah.
Fuck these guys.
I was on stage at Magooby's on Saturday, and this guy was like, I was like, "What are you guys getting weird about?" Because if I talk about race there, it's
Yeah.
fun to make fun of Baltimore for race.
Yeah.
It's like, you guys get a little nutty if we're talking about race, and they're all like, there was just this dork. He was like, "Why don't you talk about pets?" Just screamed that out. I was like, "You want me to talk about pets?" He was like, "Yeah, everybody loves pets." I was like, I just told a story about how I can't jerk off unless a dog's crying now.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh," I was like, "You happy you said pets, you fucking weirdo?"
You just told that story, or you just did it?
Yeah, well, he was like, "Do you want to talk about pets?" And I was like, "Oh, I got a pet story."
Oh, and you hit him with that one.
I was like, "My girlfriend and I just got a dog,
Yeah.
and now I
Yeah.
gotta lock up a puppy every time I want to jerk off." And the guy was like, "Oh," he was
Not what he was
a
expecting.
geezer. Yeah,
That was one that met a lot of resistance when I kept talking about. I was hell bent on making dog abuse funny for a while, and no one was getting on board with it. When I was talking about rescue dogs and how like they're just shitty and how like
yeah.
you should just let them outside and let them fucking like instead of putting them down, just let them run around and get hit by a car. And people are just like not on board with that.
No, they're
at
not gonna
all.
like that.
Not on board.
Dude, I'm excited for your return.
It would be sick.
You're gonna be weird as fuck.
I'll be so weird.
That'll be better.
Anything I've thought of to do for stand up, I'm like, that's just me being weird on stage.
Yeah, that's what you started to do at the end, and it was good.
Yeah, yeah.
You started to just talk about being a fucking whale man.
Yeah.
That was funny as fuck.
But yeah, we'll see. I want to do stand up at lunchtime.
No, you don't.
If I could do it at like noon, I'd be all over it.
Oh, you mean just for your life, for the schedule?
Yeah.
I bet you could get it to where at least at Helium you go up early
Yeah.
and you can just leave.
We'll see. I'll see if I get the itch again.
Get back, dude.
I should.
I need you back.
I know. That's the thing.
Get it back.
I hate idling around. Stand up, half of it is just sitting there, twiddling your fucking
True.
thumbs.
I started going to Helium late as fuck.
Yeah, that's a good move.
Yeah.
But
Like I get there like 3 or 4 before me.
that's a good move.
Yeah. And at Mike's, it's kind of the point where I can just show up.
Yeah, maybe next week I'll pop in and try to get on early.
It's
And just
tomorrow.
swag out.
The Mike's tomorrow.
They're doing it tomorrow?
Yeah. you
Why are
should
they
come
doing
down.
that?
I don't know.
I might.
Well, anyway.
I'm gonna roll up and bomb.
The listener right now is like,
Come
what the-
check
what
me
the
out,
fuck?
dude. I know.
Oh fuck! I should.
Yeah, we're at an hour anyway.
We're at an hour. Good. Let's get the fuck out of here. Listener, I hope your New Year sucks. I hope you accomplish nothing.
365 no fap. Let's go, boys.
You're going no fap.
All year,
That's impossible,
forever, dude.
Shut up.
Forever.
Shut up.
I mean, I'll be honest. If I fall, I'll let you know. Today was like last night, and today was I was in the throes of a fever. All I could do was fap myself into oblivion, dude, and I didn't do it.
Really?
Dude, yeah. All I could do was if I fapped, I would have passed out. I had a loaded rig right in front of me, dude, and I didn't use it.
The last cast when you brought up no fap, and I was like, oh shit, I haven't jerked off in like 3 days. I forgot. I jerked off that night.
You let out a screecher.
Yeah, but it's just I was like, oh nice.
So when you don't jerk off for 3 days, you don't notice a big difference.
No.
What?
I mean, maybe it's happening, and I don't associate it with not jerking off. Maybe I'm just like, oh, I feel good.
Like right now, I got about 5 or 6 days in me. If I were to let this out, it would be full, just like, just hard fucking chucks, dude.
This Friday and Saturday, you can see me at the Mohegan Sun in the
Oh,
Poconos.
shit.
And then the 7th, oh, never mind. 12th and 13th, Philadelphia and Lancaster. That's who the fuck that is.
Oh,
Yeah,
fucking!
I have his name in there.
Boy, yeah,
Marty.
Marty.
Yeah, I have his name in my phone. I was like, who the fuck is Marty? And then 18th, 19th, 20th at Helium Comedy Club.
Nice.
So, suck our dicks.
Come get some.
How long do you think you're going to go with the nofap?
Fucking forever, dude.
Why?
I don't like doing it.
You don't like jerking off?
No, I don't. It's a bad habit. It forms into an instant bad habit for me.
No. Oh, all right.
Some people, if it was smoking cigarettes, I'd be like a 4-pack a day cigarette smoker. To where I'd be like, yeah, you shouldn't do that.
Really?
Yeah. Dude, I love jerking off. Cumming's my favorite thing in the world.
I mean, Cumming's cool.
No, it's not cool, dude. It's the best. It's literally the best.
It is the best.
It's the best.
I don't know. I don't have that.
It's all I care
Like,
about.
if I jerk off, it's just like, all right.
That's my favorite.
Why don't you just jerk off?
I can't because then it'd start jerking off too much.
How much?
All the time.
Just once a day is fine.
Dude, you don't understand. Then enters the porn. Then it goes down the weird porn rabbit holes.
You're allowed to look at weird porn.
No, you're not.
It's America, dude.
It's coming out. Everyone's shit's going to get released.
Who cares? If everyone gets released, who cares?
Yeah.
You can't be the only guy jerking off to trannies.
Still.
I mean, you've released it on the podcast.
Still.
Before you preemptively.
I'm talking about my heirs, dude.
With your
Like
boys?
all of your kids will be able to look at your. By then they'll be like, they don't give a fuck. All of our sons will be gay.
You think?
Yeah. Not mine, but mine will be the last, dude. The last red-blooded man. What's that? Oh, don't show me porn, dude. It's fucked up.
You don't want to see porn?
I don't want to see that.
I'm
immune to that.
What'd that do to you?
I'm immune to that. That's too
was
vanilla.
nothing?
That's too vanilla for me.
Really?
It's like Splenda.
Well, I didn't show you. I didn't want to show you a
That was
video.
just a girl on top, yeah.
I didn't want to
The noises will fuck me up.
Yeah,
You
I
start
was
hitting
gonna
the
say,
noises.
I know you're a sound hound.
I'm out of here, dude. Before you hit me with those noises, send
I won't
me
do
into
that to you, I
oblivion.
promise.
No, I'll be fine.
Yeah?
I'll be fine.
You'd be able to nofap?
I can no-fap those
Well, I
noises.
mean, you're fucking.
Huh?
You're still nutting
Yeah. About once a week or so.
once a week.
So I hold it up and I fucking just...
You got to up that to twice.
I do. It's tough with the work schedule.
I know. I understand.
But yeah, I'm
Once a week's hard to come by. And
it's also,
relationship.
I've learned from my previous relationship not to be a pussy brat. I was a big time pussy brat.
Yeah, you were demanding.
I wasn't like, well, yeah, I guess it would be demanding, but I would definitely be, I was really like if I didn't have sex whenever I wanted to, I'd just be like, it'd be so.
It's really hard not to.
I know.
If you want to have sex and your girlfriend doesn't, it really sucks.
Well, it's also tough too if you like go out for like an expensive dinner and afterwards you're like, well, this dinner sucked. It sucked. I spent so much money. I'm definitely going to have sex now. And it's just like, good night. And you're like, what the fuck was that all for?
Oh, see, I never have done that.
Dude, it sucks.
If it was a date, maybe. But like in a relationship?
Yeah, but it's like, at least give me a fucking hand job, man. Like, come in. We just went out. I spent fucking $150. I'm not going to get a handy, bro.
You're not wrong. You're exactly right. That should be. That should be the case.
Yeah, I was a big time pussy brat to where I'd be like,
yeah, if I try to have sex with my girlfriend and she doesn't want to, I'm just fully fucking like,
dude, from the inception of this relationship, I've been too cool for school in the pussy the whole time, and I swear to God, it's the only way to do it.
Yeah,
She's
definitely.
like, if I don't really feel like it tonight, I'm like, don't even sweat it. In my head, I'm like, as soon as you show that hand, you're
in
fried.
your head, you're the guy from Black Mirror. They're like, exit game. Just stuck in a vacuum of nothingness. Just like, exit this. Yeah. I had to fucking exit game last night.
Took off.
I had my
You ran away.
I had my hen chirping in my ear while
You
I was
ran
watching
away?
the Sugar Bowl, and I was just like, I'm going to my parents to watch this. Take it
Damn.
easy. Yeah.
They don't like that at all.
It was a solid move, in my opinion.
I mean, I know.
It was mid-fight, and I was just like, listen, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to watch this game. Woo!
I do the walk, dude. I do
Yeah,
the
you said
walk.
that
I do
last
the
time.
Bruce
Take a walk.
Springsteen
That's basically what I
walk.
did.
Yeah.
Took a walk.
I walk around. I'm like, streets of Philadelphia. Fucking just listen to headphones.
All right. You've had enough, listener.
Yeah.
I'll admit this wasn't our most outrageous thing.
I have a fucking fever, dude.
Matt's sick and
Sick. Giving you something.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Watch Black Mirror.
We're gonna try to get some shirts made.
Yeah.
We do have to do that.
Yep.
We got those sick fucking designs.
Yep.
Get a nice shirt for you.
Thinking a nice guest. We'll get a hot guest next week.
Oh yeah, next week we'll have a good guest. And yeah, have a. I hope you had a happy New Year and get ready to have the best year of your life.
2018 is going to change everything.
What do you think is going to happen to the secret podcast this year?
Takes off.
You think it takes off, or we never? If we don't, it goes two ways here.
I mean, it's either going to take off or just enter the catacombs of the internet.
Yeah,
it's going to just enter like the MySpace.
If I get one fucking thing, this thing gets deleted.
Yeah,
instantly.
This is
kryptonite.
I mean, this is the Hillary emails, dude.
This is the
Hillary emails.
We shouldn't be saying this.
Why?
These dorks will save this.
Can they? Yeah, they probably can.
Dildos will download it.
Whatever. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Blackmail, maybe a future career of mine. Download this.
Yeah.
If you want to ruin Matt's book, download this.
That'd be sick. I'd love to
God bless.
Later.
Praise the Lord, I was born to drive boat. Feeling like Slash in front of the chapel. I'm lean back with the less pull. Shit I smoke is like cholesterol. Spill dressing on the vest at the festival, the best of all. Had a midget Puerto Rican at my beck and call. Best believe that there was neck involved. Fuck around and almost wrecked the sub. We took acid for 10 days straight up in the mountains.